Okay, so welcome to charting. So one of the first things that you should be doing when you're charting people is getting them to look at the income and find which incomes would make a difference in their life. So it's what they want, but what they need right now. Now you should obviously all have the diamond chart in your mind for a maximum of probably 3 months away. But right now, think about what it is that what income would make a difference to you and what you need right now. And then when you've got that in mind, so if it was Ruby, for example, and you're saying that the $600 or about, £350, £400 would be what would make a difference, then print off the Ruby level sheet and then get in touch with your upline and ask to schedule a time to go through step by step how you're going to get there. Now, if your upline isn't sure about it, they will ask for help, but you still need to be asking them how to do this. So these level sheets are key in this business, and you need to understand obviously how to use them. So I will take you through this. So basically what these sheets do is they enable you to have a map and they enable you to plan. And obviously this is how you're going to get to diamond and double diamond. So it shows you what you need to do to rank as. So it basically puts a plan on everything that you're doing. So every time you sign a loyal or a distributor, you know where they want to go because you know where you want to be. Okay, so I do this weekly. So I'm going in weekly, checking where I am, checking where my distributors are, and checking where everybody is underneath them. And what I do is around mid-month is I send that out to people. So everybody will get something from me with regards to where they need to go. So, but you need to tell your upline. So if your upline knows what your goal is, then they can be helping you charting, and they will be keeping an eye on that. Because if you've said to them, I want to chart to Ruby, then they know, have them to know, and so probably it's in their interest to help you get. Now, obviously, once you learn about charts, you can then help those people on your team that have just started. And everyone should go over this with their new distributors when they sign them up. So, there's lots of things to go over with your new distributors. So you might not want to do it within the first couple of days because obviously they're getting to grips with the wraps and they're getting excited about the results. But this is definitely something that you should be taking people through sooner rather than later. So get your rank sheets out. So every month, on the first of the month, get them out and be looking at them. Sometimes you'll be looking at them daily. So as it comes to the end of the month, you'll definitely be looking at these sheets daily and keeping them updated. And the chances of the thing is that the people that chart, so learn from my mistakes basically. So when I first started in the business, I wasn't doing charting properly. And it was taking me, it's taken me months to get to that point where I got to understand it. And because I now understand it and I'm passing that information on, that means that people with the team are progressing quicker too. Okay, I'm not quite sure what I can do to make the sound problems go away. I'm just hoping that maybe the recording might pick it up. I'm just going to keep talking and hopefully it may well be because you've not all muted. So if everybody can make sure they've muted. Okay. So when you're charting, what you will need to do is put the people's names you already have in the appropriate boxes. So when you sign a new DT, you put their name in a box. So you'll put in new distributors in the boxes that you need them to be in. So this will ensure that you are placing them in the right place for you to promote. So, learn from my mistakes here. I wasn't doing this at the beginning. I was placing people, but I was probably thinking, oh, I think they will get on with that person, or they are in this person. Basically, slow down emotions. So as you can see there, just flick forward a little bit. So here you've got somebody who's charting themselves to Ruby. So they've got Grace and Michaela underneath them, and Grace has signed Jessie. So they're saying, right, okay, this month I want to get to Ruby. So you can quite clearly see, if they sign 2 distributors this month, they can see where the empty boxes are. So they can put one under them, and then if they put one under Grace, then they can promote to Ruby. Now, if they just signed both those people underneath them themselves, then they wouldn't promote. So as I was saying, you put the people's names you already have in the boxes, and then when you sign, you put a new DT's name in the box where there's missing a name. And then every time you sign someone up as a distributor and they get a loyal, mark it on the box with a dot. Each box have a 4 dots. This helps them to achieve the 400 bonus volume you need in order to help their commission and promote you. So let me just flip forward again to this Ruby. So you can see here that you've got Grace there and she's got 4 loyals, and you've got Michaela there who's got 3 loyals, and you've got Jessie there that's got 2 loyals. So what you need to do is for those dots, we need 4 dots. So basically if they're getting 46 dots plus 1 eldership, then they're on track to get their 400 bonus volume. So, and that's how you start to build up and start to see how things are going. So if you're training everyone in your team to get those 4 loyals, as in the steps to success, and the 400 bonus volume, then they will train their distributors to do it, and that's how you promote. So if they were, say, short of 40 bonus volume last month, and you sign another loyal customer, then you know that you can move that loyal customer under them to help their volume. So you've got here Grace, Michaela and Jessie. So you're signing here, so you've got Grace and Michaela. So say you sign another distributor, and then you also say, so you say that for you to get to Ruby, that Grace has got Jessie, and then she signs Tracy. Jessie is at 360 bonus volume, and you're about to sign a loyal. So if you put that loyal with Jessie, she hits that 400 bonus volume. Now, what might also happen is that you might see that actually Jessie is really good at signing loyals. So you might be thinking, well, actually she can do it on her own. But there's somebody else that maybe not as strong at signing loyals. They're still trying, so then it's very important that they are working the business. So if they're working the business and they're trying, but they may not just have cracked it yet, then if you sign a loyal and they're short, put it under them, and then that will enable you to promote. Now, if that's confusing, because it can get confusing you, please, message me or message your bank about that more. But basically, once you've got your charts and your sign, just know it's amazing. So the key here is that so you're going for Ruby, you want every single box to have a name in it, and you want every single box to have an auto ship and 4 loyals minimum. If they're not getting their 4 loyals, or if they're not getting that, then then you're not going to keep moving up. Now, obviously, the other way that you can get that 400 bonus volume is through your booster pack. So the booster pack that you can buy which at the moment, and this is only available up until the end of this month at this price, so you can get a booster for £140. Now, if you buy that, you get 32 wraps in that. So the reality is that you've only actually paid for the wraps. You get 12 facials, a defining gel, and a cleanser and a toner in that pack, and they're basically free product and pure profit if you go on to sell those. So the thing here is the key is the loyals, because maintaining a booster pack every month is feasible in some areas, and we are seeing that in some areas in the team, but in the majority of places it's the loyals that will keep you. What that also means is if you've signed loyals, you've got those loyals for 3 months, so you've got that volume for 3 months as well. And in those 3 months, people are signing more loyals, and therefore they're replacing, when that loyal stops, they're replacing that volume ready, and they're keeping their auto ship going. So you're constantly getting that 400 bonus volume. It's a constant, rather than relying on them buying big packs. Okay, so we've got that. So hopefully that chart's clear to you. So if you signed as that person, if that was you, and you signed another 2 people, you put one under you and one in that other box underneath Grace to promote you. And you're training all of those people to hit that 400 bonus volume. So obviously one of the key things and you're helping them there. More loyals also equals to wrap walls, so they can get their wraps for cheaper so they can make more profit. So how do you get your loyals? So if you're an existing distributor and you haven't got your 4 loyals, then basically you need to have another launch party. So if you haven't had a successful launch party, then that's what you need to do. It's time to launch again. So don't be afraid to have a relaunch. Don't be afraid to say, I want to get you all round and tell you more about this business. You may well be more confident. You'll have more knowledge of the business. So launch parties are absolutely crucial to enabling people to get those 4 loyals. So just briefly, I want to take you through the charts. So the very first chart that you'll come up against is the executive chart. So the executive chart there shows, so everyone here, you're there and you've signed 2 people. So if you sign 2 people and they're running their auto ship, getting their loyals or buying a booster, they're basically getting 400 bonus volume. Then you hit executive. So that's the first level within the company, and all you need to do is get 2 people and train them to follow the steps to success, and you've hit executive. Then the next one we go on to is Ruby. Oh, sorry. Is Ruby. So as a Ruby, and the key thing here that you'll notice is, so they start getting a bit busier and they can start to look a little bit more complicated. The key thing here is you've got this executive. So when you're executive and you sign 400, that's what you were. You then now need to get those people or one of those people to sign 2 people and do the same thing. So you then have your executive underneath you and 2 other people that are doing 400 bonus volume. So to hit Ruby, you have signed 3 people. One of those has then become executive. As I said, it can start to get like where it looks a little bit confusing, but basically as an emerald, all you need is to think about those 2 rubies. So keep it simple. So there's somebody there that's an executive that's signed 2 people and they're hitting 400 bonus volumes. There's another 2 people and you've got your executive. And so remember the ruby chart. You then need, as an emerald, 2 rubies. So you train 2 people to do the same as what you've done, which is to get an executive and 2 other people at 400 bonus volume. So at an emerald executive level, you need 2 rubies, plus you then need another 2 400 BB legs. So like I say, try not to it can look quite overwhelming, but just break it down into the chunks of what you can see. You need an executive, 2 executives that are feeding into 2 rubies, and then 2 other legs. Then from a diamond perspective, that chart can look a little bit scary, but don't think of it like that. Just look at those executives at the bottom. It all starts with those executives. It all starts with those 400 bonus volumes, and it's building up. So if you've built yourself to Ruby and you can train 2 other people to do Ruby, you can hit Emerald. If you can then hit Emerald and train somebody else to hit Emerald and another person to hit Ruby, with 3 other legs at 400, you can do Diamond. And that is it. That is as simple as it gets. All you're doing is training people to do the same as what you've done and follow the steps to success. If they are signing 3 distributors and they're signing those and training them to do the same, have signed 3 distributors and 4 loyals, this all falls into place. This is all the building blocks of the business. It's 3 distributors, 4 loyals. If you get those 3, you can hit Ruby. And that is charting. So if you want to unmute yourselves, you can do. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to stop recording now actually.